whether he's, you know, the right guy or not, you have that segment of the population that says, okay, I can do it now. It's available to me too, you know, and I think we get our productive power then. We get all those people, you know, working together, hopefully, you know.
I think it's great that everybody feels bought in. I was just shocked. I didn't realize there was such a segment of the population who didn't feel bought in.
Yeah, and great. It's great in one sense, and in the other sense, it's, you know, it's hard to believe that there's that many people out there that you weren't even aware, like you said, where, you know, felt like
how would I really? I mean, how would I know? I mean, because again, I told you the environment that I grew up in. I mean, obviously in New York, on Long Island, friends of all religions, all races, and we all did the same things, went to the same schools, had the same majors, are now, you know, all married with children and working, and I never saw. Listen, I've seen racism, don't get me wrong. We've all seen instances where bad things have happened, but it was never to my friends. It was never my generation that was doing it. You know, it was, I don't know how to describe it. Never, I really thought that my, you know, that 40 and under crowd especially
was over it.
Yeah, I really did.
And you know, it's funny, I keep wanting that. It to just go away, and I think a lot of whites want it to just go away too, so we can just get on with it.
Well,
and I know that there's a core group of blacks that are committed to keeping it going, because they don't feel like they've gotten theirs.
Well, yeah, there's also a certain percentage
of whites that feel that this, you know, the way that the country's going in is not right anyway. We should have a superior inferior setup, you know, overall.
My only fear though, is that many people feel they were not into the system, is that every discussion that we have in this guy's tenure is going to be race-based, and I really hope that's not the case.
Like, can we say this? You know, one of the things that I heard a lot of discussion about is comedians saying, how far can we joke about this guy before someone says, ooh, that's a racist slight. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to go very far. I think people are going to be very sensitive.
Yeah. Well, that's a problem. You know, because
in the beginning, anyway,
that affects that social commentary. You know, but yeah, you know, listen, him getting sworn in does not erase every problem we have in America. It's our original sin, and we've heard that enough. And I don't know what it takes to confront it and stamp it out and make it go away forever. I don't know. But
there's got to be, it's got to be something, because let's face it, you and I are not responsible for it.
Right.
We didn't do it. I mean, I didn't even have any ancestors here.
Right.
Until World War II.
But there are legacy issues, though. And when you look at the fact that this disproportionate number of minorities, blacks and browns, live in lower income neighborhoods with the worst schools, and we can go on and on with all the social ills. You know what I mean? Those are legacy issues. We didn't just plop them down there.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? So those are the things that social policy has to find some way, public policy, good public policy has to find some way to address.
I don't think there's an American who disagrees with you. Yeah. I absolutely agree wholeheartedly.
Well, I guess that's when you talk about legacy things. I had nothing to do with it. My folks came.
No, but if we get together and say, okay, listen, here's the problem. How are we going to fix it? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. As opposed to saying, this is your fault.
Right.
Your fault. You did this to me.
You know,
if you did this to me,
here's my IOU. Make it good for me.
Right. That's that victimization. And once someone's a victim, they don't take control.
That's right.
They're just always a victim.
Well, you know, one thing that talks about a lot is personal responsibility. And you know, we know that it starts and ends there. You know,
the country was built on it.
That's right. That's right. So I hope we can be hopeful, because I can tell you right now, a white person cannot speak to the ills that are in the black community, in the sense of fathers, you know, having kids and saying bye-bye, I'm out of here. You know, teen pregnancy and so on, in a credible way, without people saying, you know, where do you get off? You know, commenting on our problems. This guy can. And blacks like Jesse Jackson, as he indicated very famously, you know, some of them are going to be upset about that, but he can actually he can talk about it in a real way, and that can only help. You know, if somebody literally says, does the Bill Cosby role in that prominent a position, he says, listen, you're losers, stop being losers. Take care of your kids, take care of your family, make education a priority in your household. Read to your kids, talk to your kids, don't and so on and so forth. So we can only hope that him in that position, who is a competent, credible president, but also happens to be black, can help to start the turn this thing around.
I agree. Definitely holds more credibility.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see where we go.